which is start now. So the topic for today's live session is how to be a Android programmer. You know what happens when you complete your graduation, when you complete your masters. Let's say you're doing diploma. You want to do something in your life, right? Of course, when you're completing your IT degree, maybe you like programming, you like testing, or any other field. So let's say if you love programming, then what next? What are the other options you have? There are lots of options available, right? If you love programming, you can go for open source programming. You can go for you can go for closed proprietary software and all those stuff, right? So then what to choose? I mean, people will choose open source thing. Maybe people will choose proprietary thing. So if you are choosing open source, there are lots of options, right? You can go for Python, you can go for Java, you can go for Android. Now, why to go for Android then? World is changing. Initially, it was Java which was in boom, and now it's mobile market, right? If we talk about computer, now people use mobile devices as their computer, right? I'm going to shut my screen a bit. I think it's not set up properly. Okay, so I'm not using my original tripod here. I'm just using a mini tripod. I don't know if it's working or not properly. Okay, so being an Android developer, so, if you talk about the computer, so nowadays mobile phone becomes a computer, right? So if you have a good mobile phone, of course you have a computer, right? You can type an email, you can play games. Initially people used to buy laptops to play games. Right now they use their phones. I mean, they use their phones to do everything all this stuff, right? They play games, they type email and all those stuff. So mobile phone is a new computer now. So if you talk about mobile market, 83% of mobile market is captured by Android, right? So if you are an Android developer, you're actually targeting huge amount of people. So what you can do is you can learn Android programming. I mean, it's not that difficult, it's very easy, right? As Harish Reddy is saying here, it's damn easy, right? So being an Android developer is damn easy. It's just that some people find it easy, some people find it difficult because they don't know how to start with it, right? I'm not saying it's a rocket science. You have to follow some steps and all the stuff. It's just you have to follow some steps, some little steps to be a good Android developer. And if you just open if you open the Play Store in your mobile phone in Android, so there are billions of apps, right? There are lots of apps. The thing is, all these apps are created by programmers, right? Of course, Android developers. Some apps are famous, some are not famous. To make an app famous, we don't need a good programmer. To make an app famous, we need a good idea, right? Example, if we talk about Angry Birds, it's a game, right? There are lots of games which is better than Angry Bird, which has more fun to play. But Angry Birds was having a good concept, right? Where you have angry birds, and then we have pigs and bugs attacking pigs, and in fact we have a movie now on that. I guess in next year we'll be having a movie which is on Angry Birds. The thing is, the first thing we require is idea, right? Your idea should be perfect. So if you're making an Android application, you need a good idea with you. Again, you can make a torch. In fact, if you search for different applications, maximum apps you will find on a Play Store is for torch, right? Maybe some 3D torch, some colorful torch. I don't know what different types of torch available, right? So you need a good idea to make an app. So let's say you got an idea. Now what next? Now you need to build that idea in a very efficient way. So when you say you want to build in a very efficient way, that means you have to follow some guidelines, you have to follow some design patterns, you need to follow some UI level. You have to make your app very, very, very easy to use. Example, no one has taught you how to use WhatsApp, right? You learn WhatsApp by yourself. So when you make an application, make sure your users will like it. They will find it very easy to use. So make sure you make an application which is very easy to use. So designing an app is not just about interfaces. It's also about the experience user gets from your application. Example, if you open apps like Amazon, you will navigate here and there, you enjoy those products and all those stuff. In fact, I feel Flipkart app is much better than Amazon app, right? So you get lots of options there. So you have to provide that experience to your user, right? So now you need to get an idea, a good idea. You can have multiple ideas with you. You can make your own maybe calculator, you can build a torch, but those are very small applications, right? You can think about something big. So you can make, you can have a big idea, maybe a small idea, doesn't matter, it should be unique. The next thing we require is the design patterns, UI things. So those are things we require. Now what next? Let's say you have a good designing with you. Now you have designed everything on a paper. So you took a paper and designed the concept you want. You have so you got the paper, you have designed everything. Now what next? Can you design an app on a paper and you can upload it on Play Store? Of course not, right? You have to make that app, and for that you need to use some IDEs. Of course, you can you'll be using Android Studio for that. So initially, if in two years back, if you want to be an Android developer, of course you will be using Eclipse, right? But now we use Android Studio. So you need Android Studio, and now how to use Android Studio, how to make an app. Now it's not that easy. Just you will drag those components and you will make the app, right? You have to code, right? Because designing an app is easy. You can just do drag and drop all those stuff. I'm not saying everything in designing is easy, but most of them is easy, right? You can just drag and drop. There are some designing where you need some specific coding, you need some styling and all those stuff, but designing is very easy. Problem starts when you want to develop it, right? You need to learn a programming language for that. So one of the best programming language to learn for Android is, in fact, you have only one choice now, which is Java. So Java is not the only option to work with, but if we talk about native API, so in Android we have two things. One is native apps and then hybrid apps. So if you can also build an Android app using JavaScript. So if you are good with JavaScript, you can actually build an app, right? So you can build an app using JavaScript, but it will work on different frameworks. Example, you have to use phonegap, maybe ionic framework. So using ionic framework, you can make an Android app. Not just Android app, if you make an app using ionic framework, it will work on any platform. I mean, you can make a app, okay, using ionic framework, which will work on Android, which will work on Windows, and it will also work on iOS. It doesn't matter which OS you use, it will work on everything. It's because you are using a JavaScript based application. You're not building a platform dependent application. But if you build a native applications, example, if you want to use the GPS, if you want to specialize some features in your application, you need to build native apps, and for that, of course, the only option you have is Java. Okay, so you should be very thorough with core Java concepts. I'm not saying you have to learn about advanced parts, servlet, JSP, all those stuff. No, we don't need that. What we need is Java coding, basic core Java. If we talk about for loop, while loop, all those stuff, exception handling, threads for small amount of threads. You should also learn collections. Those things are important. In fact, you can actually go to my playlist. You can actually go to my channel. You can find a playlist there for Java. You can watch till threads. If you know the concept till threads, that's okay. You're perfect. You can directly start with Android now, because what is Android? It is basically take Java and XML, mix it up, you will get Android, right? So it's not that difficult. So you need to also learn XML. Okay, if you go to my channel again, there's a playlist for XML. Only I guess three videos. Watch those XML videos. Watch Java videos, and you're good to go. Then you can watch my playlist on Android. You can just watch one by one. I guess I've uploaded around 29 videos if I'm not wrong. So if you watch that, you can actually build a small application. I'm not saying I have done everything in that. You can actually make a small application. I'm just trying to build more videos on that, so that you will make an Android application. Okay. Now what next? So let's say you have thought about a concept. You can make you have an idea with you. You got the designing part of it on the paper. Now you have learned XML and Java. You can learn XML and Java. Then that's done. What next? Now building an application, it's also about building is done, right? You have made everything. Now the next step is you have to deploy that app on Play Store. For deploying that app on Play Store, you have to create a developer account on Google. For that you have to pay one-time that's a one-time investment on Google. You have to pay $25, okay, which comes out to be in Indian rupees. You have to multiply 25 into 65 or 66. I don't know the current rate, and then you have to just pay $25 there, and you're good to go. You can deploy your app on Play Store. Google will take at least I guess they say 48 hours to verify your app, but I guess in 2 to 3 hours your app will be deployed, and once it is deployed you can share with your friends. Then why to make Android apps? Again, let's say you're a college student now, you're not joining a company now, so you're into first year, second year of your degree now. Why to build Android application? Is just because we all need fame, right? You want to be famous. Think about for WhatsApp founder Jan Com, he's very famous, right? He's rich, plus he's famous, so you can get that fame if you build an Android application. Just make the app, deploy it on Play Store, tell your friends that I have an app there, and you're good to go, right? Okay, it's just I'm getting some, since I'm talking about WhatsApp, I'm getting some messages on WhatsApp. Actually, I'm using my phone to record this video. I can see those chat window there. Okay, I also see some. Oh, I got 2 messages. One of them is from Janardhan Reddy. I'm getting lots of South Indian friends here. So I got Harish Reddy, I got Janardhan Reddy. That's awesome. Janardhan, are you from Hyderabad? Okay, that's good. Anyway, so you have to deploy your app on Play Store, so you can everyone can see your app. They can they can actually download it, they can use it. So you will get confidence, you will get fame, and you can also earn, right? If you just put ads in your app, and if people are clicking on your ads, you can actually earn, right? So that's a good thing. Yeah, hi aliens, Jesse Skeleton. Yeah, hello aliens. So you can actually deploy the app. You can earn, you can get famous, and all the stuff. But most important thing is you will get a confidence. When you're doing some course, and if you're making some actual apps, you are doing something in your life. Okay, so make sure you make the app, deploy it on the Play Store. Okay, because if we talk about other fields, let's say if your friend is from physics, if your friend is from chemistry, they need a lab to do some experiments, right? But what for you, for IT professional, we just need a laptop, and that's your lab, right? Use a laptop, do whatever you want, and you're good to go, right? So that's how you can be an Android developer. In fact, I am there. You can ask me a question on if you're stuck somewhere. I have my channel. You can just post your. I have my Play Store on Android. You can just post your doubts in the comment section, or you can just personally message me. I'm there on Facebook. You can connect me on Facebook also, right? So if you have any doubts on that about Android, you can actually comment there. So yeah, that's how you can be an Android developer. So now it's time for some questions. Okay, so let's start with the first question, since this is also a QA session, right? Okay, so let's start with the first one. It is from Janardhan Reddy. You are great at Java. How to learn Java like you? Okay, that's good. I'm good with Java. Okay, I know that. How to be a good programmer like me? Good question. For that, in fact, I have told this in my earlier videos. Before that, if you like this, if you liked this video, if you like this streaming, I guess this is the first time I'm not facing any lag in doing live streaming, because I'm doing it at my home, and I love my home internet connectivity. So if you like this video, just there's a like button there. Click on that like button so that I will know that you like this video. Okay, so that I will make more of these videos. Otherwise, I think I have to search for some other way of communicating, right? Not live but offline stuff. So anyway, yeah. So how to be a good programmer? So how I became so good at programming? I'm not that good, but somewhere I'm good. So when I was in my college, in my BSc IT, so I used to participate in lots of competitions. Let me show you something. since I'm talking about my competition. So I used to participate in lots of competitions, and let me show you something. I hope everything will look good. So can you see that? Okay, so those are my prizes, you know. So when I was in my BSc IT, so I used to participate in lots of competitions. So the advantage is I used to win prizes. That's not the big issue, but the thing is, since I used to get prizes, I used to practice a lot, because not every college, not every event I used to participate, I used to win, right? So there were some events where I used to win. There were some events I was not winning, right? So I used to practice a lot, you know. I used to stay up for 3 a.m. at the night, and I used to do all those stuff. I used to practice C programming. I used to practice Java, lots of stuff, you know. Using YouTube to learn lots of things, using different websites to learn lots of things. And I used to practice a lot, and with that, my programming skills has been improved. And parallelly, I used to make applications. You know, normally in colleges, what people do is they buy software. So every college, they have to submit projects, right, at the end of their graduation. So people used to buy softwares. They used to ask someone else to build softwares, but I used to build software for myself. So I used to do everything for myself. I used to build my own softwares. So when you build your own software, automatically your programming skills improves. Okay, so yeah, so that's how you can be a good programmer like me, and do practice programming every day. Since I teach, I learn twice. You know, I'm teaching in corporate. I'm teaching online. I also take classes. So you know, since I'm teaching, I learn a lot of things from there. So that's your answer, Jonathan. I hope you're happy with that. Next question is from Arjun. I'm looking forward for your Android videos and make an app. I have my videos on Android. You can just go to the playlist. You can go to the channel and go to playlist page. There you will find an Android playlist. You can just watch those playlists. I have uploaded, I guess, let me check how many videos I have uploaded there. Okay, I guess it should be around 29 videos, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. It's there. Android. Where's that? Yeah. So I have 31 videos. Okay, I have 31 videos on Android. You can watch those videos. You can actually learn basics from them. The Android basics, not the extreme part. Next is, can you have a video on WebSocket? This one, Deepak. Sure, Deepak. I will try to do that. WebSocket. Let me just note it down on my laptop. The next video I have to make is on WebSocket. Okay, what's that? Just create a new file. WebSocket. Surely we'll do that. I will make a video on WebSocket. Deepak, I will try to make it soon. Okay. Next, is it okay to learn different object-oriented programming at the same time? I mean, you're talking about the languages, right? Learning Java, C#, and all the object-oriented programming. And the answer is yes. You can learn different languages at the same time. There's no harm in that. It's just, I would suggest first complete one language, because see, the problem is different languages has different way of implementing it. Example, if we talk about C++, in C++ we don't have multiple inheritance. In Java we have, right? So I will suggest complete one programming language at one time, and then you can go for the second one. Parallelly you can do it. No, there's no harm in that. But doing it in sequence will help you. Okay. Next, is it okay? Okay. If you want, Arjun, let me share my playlist link in the chat window. That should help. Oh, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to share the link on the chat window. That's rude. You know, this is my chat. I want to chat something there. Oh, now I can. So can you see that I have shared the link? Arjun, you can just have a look there. Okay, next question is from, hey guys, you can actually Ask questions if you're watching. 18 people are watching, but it's Arun. Oh, sorry, sorry for that. It's Arun. I just read it wrong. Yeah, I got. Anyway, so next question is from what? Is from Muhammad. Is it okay to learn? Oh, that was from Muhammad. Okay, so next question is from again Muhammad. Is it flexible to learn two different? Yeah, so I have answered that, right? Next question is from Puneet. Will you also upload some more videos on advanced Java topics? I'm getting these questions a lot nowadays. When you will upload advanced Java topics? I do have advanced Java topics. The only thing is, there are lots of videos available for advanced Java. The core Java was something where I can actually contribute. Advanced Java is full of there's a channel on YouTube called as Java Brains. You can just search for Java Brains. It's from Kaushik. I'm a big fan of Kaushik. So search for Java Brains on YouTube. He has advanced topics, I guess. Yeah, so you can learn servlet, JSP, frameworks like Spring, Hibernate, all those stuff. So, but still, I will try to make some topics because. Okay. So I'm back. Sorry for that. I just lost the connection with my internet. So I guess you can see me now. Yes, I'm back. Okay. Sorry for that. I just praised my internet connectivity, and then you can see the lag there. Okay. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay, so everything is set up. Okay, awesome. So now let's go for the next question. I don't know from till what point you got my stream. I'm not sure about that. But okay, so this question is from Surya. Shall we expect Pega learning video in near future? And the answer is no, because I don't know this Pega, Surya. I've never heard about Pega learning ever. So sorry for that. You can just at least you can let me know in the comment section what is Pega actually means. So 22 people are watching. That's great. Not 21. Anyway, next question is from Mohammed. How to be good at Android Studio? You can be good at Android Studio by making apps. Use Android Studio daily. There are lots of tools available in Android Studio. You can debug your application. You can, you can monitor your application, all those stuff. So start working on Android Studio. Okay, as soon as you work more, you will get a lot of things to know. Okay, so start using Android Studio. Make apps, and yeah, that's how you become good at Android Studio. Okay, next is from Aishna. Is it okay to have a specialization in just Android app development, or okay, that's a good question. Should you stick to Android? Yes. If you love mobile development, stick to Android. The thing is, in future we are talking about IoT, which is Internet of Things, right? So everything at your home, your TV, your fridge, your AC, your maybe air cooler, your everything. In fact, this is the mosquito racket, so everything will be internet enabled in future. So if everything becomes internet enabled, so we have to use some type of OS, right? So maybe in your fridge you'll be having an OS, and what is the best option for embedded software, embedded OS? That will be Android, right? So all these devices will be based on Android. I mean, that's the assumption we can do. So all these devices will be working on Android. So if you are an Android developer now, in future you can build apps for all this stuff. Okay, so that's one thing. So stick to Android. If you don't like programming, Android programming, then you can think about something else. But if you like programming, especially Android, stick to it. There's lots of scope in that. Okay. Next, is there any video on regular expression in your playlist? Varun, as of now, no, I don't have any video on regular expression. It's just I'm not that comfortable with it. Okay, so but we will we'll be doing it soon. Let me just write it in my to-do list. Okay, so I have a to-do list here. I will just mention I have to make a video on regex, which is regular expression. Okay, what next? So next question is from Karthik. I have an idea for a wonderful app I want to develop on my own. I'm a Hadoop developer. I have a good grip on core Java. But that's good, Karthik. You can actually, if you have an idea, start then. I know why we are waiting. If you're good at core Java, you just need some knowledge of XML, and of course you will be knowing that, right? So start making an app. Start making the app. You can watch my playlist. You can learn Android there and make the app. And once it is developed, share with me. Okay, you can just share with me on share the link with me. I will just download it. I will just check what is that. Okay, next is from Arun again. When you will be doing live videos like some. The problem is I cannot follow a particular schedule is because I have my own sessions. I have some other work. I will try to do online sessions on on Sunday, okay, or maybe someday in the week. So Sunday is for sure. Example, I did it last Sunday, but the problem was with the internet connectivity, so I deleted that video. So this video will be uploaded soon. Okay, once it is over. Yeah, so there's no particular schedule, but Sunday is more preferable for me, I guess. Yeah. So Sunday I will let you know 2 to 3 hours back. I will post on Facebook. Just try to join me on Facebook. You can send me a Facebook request. So you can search for Navin Reddy on Facebook. Send me a friend request. I will accept your request, and then as soon as I have a live session, I will update on Facebook. Okay, so you can at least you will know that I'll be doing live streaming. Okay, suggestions, Karthik. Suggestions from my side would be, before building your idea, analyze what you want to build. I mean, is it going beyond your limit? Because it should be a compact, right? It should not expand the limit. So build your limits, what you want to build, specify the boundaries, then build small modules. Break down your project into small parts and build small projects. Example, let's say if you want to build a e-commerce application, build a cart, okay, the shopping cart as one project. Build online payment as one project. Build showing the products to the user as one project, and later try to merge it. So if you're doing for the first time, do this. Okay, it is very helpful, because if you try to build everything from scratch at the same time, if you will stuck somewhere. Okay, so that's the problem. So build small parts. Okay, next question is from where? Okay. Can you upload some tutorials for Android annotation? Oh, so you want Android annotation? Yeah, sure. Let me just take it in my to-do list. It is Android annotation. If I can make this video, I will surely do that, because I have not made any Android application using annotations yet. I guess you can also use Spring framework with Android, and in that you actually use annotations. We'll try to do that. Next is from, okay, you can see now. Okay, Puneet, you said yes, but I lost your question. What was your question earlier? Yeah, so there are, so you say, yeah, okay. Anyway, yes, Mohammed, it is Java brains. Yes, I do love Android apps. That's great. So stick, Aishna, stick with Android. Okay, there's a huge scope there. Karthik, good effort. Keep going. Thank you, mate. I will do that. Ayush, basic requirements to run Android Studio: minimum RAM size. I guess the minimum RAM size is 2 GB. You can run Android Studio on 2 GB RAM, but God will help you for that because running 2 GB, I mean having 2 GB of RAM for Android is not good. Okay, it's not good. At least 4 GB of RAM will be better, I guess. So having a dual core machine, not dual core, having i3 with 4 GB RAM will be basic requirement, I feel, because the problem is if you have a slow machine, the problem would be when you run the emulator, okay, it will take lots of time to load, which will waste your time. So as a developer, we don't want to waste our time, right? Because we have ideas in our mind, we want to make it work, and if your emulator is taking lots of time, it may frustrate you. So make sure you have at least 4 GB of RAM, i3 machine, that's a minimum, okay? If you have Wi-Fi machine, that will be great. I'm using a MacBook, I'm doing Android apps, it still runs slow, okay, because of emulators. You can also use a mobile phone as an emulator. Let's say if you have a low RAM, don't use emulator, use your mobile phone as the emulator. So if you have an Android phone, connect your Android phone with your laptop, okay, and there will be an option in your phone as developers option. You can use that, okay, and then you can actually make apps. So 4 GB of RAM and i3 machine. Next is from TechMaster. I'm building a game in Java. However, I'm not good at testing process to test my methods as I build them. I would suggest use JUnit. Okay, you can also use test process. That's not the bad choice, but I would suggest JUnit. It is well tested unit. Okay, so go for JUnit. That will be good. Yeah, Code2Do is not enough. You have to go for i3 or i5. In fact, I'm using an i5 machine. I'm using an i5 machine with 8 GB of RAM, and that too, it is 1600 megahertz, not 1300 megahertz. It is 1600 megahertz, and I'm using i5 with SSD, and still it runs slow. Okay, so for Android Studio, go for 4 GB RAM and i3. Okay, next is from Raj. Is it necessary to learn assembly language for Android development? No. There's no compulsory to learn assembly language because I don't know assembly. Okay, still I make Android apps, so that's okay. How to learn data structure and algorithm? Can you suggest any book to learn DSA or videos? Okay, let me check if I have a book there. I have lots of books in my shelf. Do I have a book on data structures? Yes, I do have. Oh, that's, hold on. Oh, can you see that? Yeah, I do have a book from Yashwant Kanekar. I don't know if it's a good book because I have not read it yet. Okay, so this is the book you can use to learn data structures. But I don't believe in Indian authors. You can actually use some foreign authors' book. But if you don't have a choice, this is good because Yashwant Kanekar is a good person and he writes good app. I mean, you can read his book. There's no harm in that. Okay, let me just check. Okay, so we are streaming for 10 more minutes. Okay, if you have a question, just comment it fast. Okay, for videos, I don't have videos on data structures, but there are lots of channels that provide good videos. I don't know the channel names. You can just search on YouTube, whatever pops up first. What's that? Okay, so Jesse, it says, thank you for all your hard work. This video is really helping me. Oh, that's awesome. If it is helping you, that's awesome. That's why I'm making in fact, today I took a session for 8 hours. So I was teaching Java for 8 hours, and then I'm taking this online session because I like it. Okay, I like to talk to you people. Okay, Arun, you want my Facebook profile? Okay, that's weird. Let me share my profile in the comment section. So that's, so now just I have just commented my Facebook profile. Okay, you can just click on the link, send me a friend request. Okay, so that when next time I will be streaming live, I can just let you know there. Would you recommend any book for Android development? No, I don't recommend any book for Android development. The problem is Android is changing every month. You know, every month we are getting something new. So what you can do is, instead of buying a book, you can refer the online tutorials. You can just go to Google, search for development.android.com. That's an official website for Android. It is development.android.com. There are lots of resources available there. So if you want to learn something, read from there. So I will suggest use the tutorial there, not the okay. Next, this is about the next question is from Aishna. This is about internship. If once done in this startup, should I go for startup again or big companies? I would suggest startup nowadays, right? Because you will learn a lot in startups. The thing is, in startup, everything you have to do it by yourself. So you become a full stack developer. You know, start to end, designing, development, deployment, maintenance, everything is you. Okay, so I will suggest go for startup. But the only thing is, startup companies paying less than big companies. But money is not the issue for you. Go for startups. Again, there is one more risk. There are lots of startups, they start and they shut it down. So your job is into risk. But you know, you can, it's your choice again. But I would suggest go for startup. Okay, so next, last question, I guess this is the last question for this session. If you have any more questions, you can actually what you can do, you can comment in the comment section of this video. Once this video is uploaded on YouTube, make sure you comment, okay, if you have any questions, so that I will try to cover in the next video. Okay, so I'm going for the last question from Muhammad. I want to be a mobile app developer and I'm currently pursuing diploma. Oh, okay. Aisha talking about internship. Okay, go for startup. Okay, you're done with the startup, right? Try big company then. There's no harm in that. Try big company. You have done with startup, right? Go for big company. You will get 2 experience then. One working for startup, one working for big company. Then you can actually analyze in future. Okay, so now Mohammed, I want to be a mobile app developer and want to currently pursue deployment. Which degree should I pursue? Okay, if you are in India, I will suggest go for BSc IT, or you can also go for BE, or BTech. It's all depend upon you, buddy. If you want to complete, if you want to spend 3 years, go for BSc IT. If you are talking about 2 years, go for 4 years, you can go for BE. So I don't know which degree you want to go for. Okay, then one last question from Ayush. I've been placed in TCS. Before joining it, I want to do Java certification. If you have already placed in TCS, don't give exam now, since you are placed already. Once you join a company, because the thing is, if you want to do certification by yourself, the problem is you have to pay 10,000 rupees, right, for the exam. Instead of that, you can join TCS. TCS will pay for your exam, right? So because it will get reimbursed, right? So if you are giving the exam, if you are getting cleared, you will be getting reimbursement from TCS. So I'm not sure about TCS, but normally companies do that. So I would suggest go for that. Okay, join at TCS and then. But if you have learned Java, make sure you learn complete. You can learn everything. In fact, if you want to learn, people who are staying in Mumbai, especially if you want to learn Java, I've just started a batch in Bhandup. Okay, if you want to join, you can join my batch live. I mean, not this live, but in the classroom session. Okay, so that's it. There's no more questions. So we'll end it today. But make sure you learn something every day. Okay. Today, learn something. So after this session also, learn something, the thing you love. Example, if you love Java, learn 1% of Java today. If you love Android, learn 1% of Android today. Okay, because 1% a day, 7% a week, 365% a year. Okay, so make sure you do that. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel. I guess you have already subscribed. Do like this video. if you liked it, and do share with your friends. And next time when I'm doing a live session, you can actually you can call your friends to join me. So that's it. Next streaming sent to you. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Going offline.